All right, showtime. We are live. Welcome back, everyone, to the All Things Aged Care Weekly Wrap-Up. So for this one, it's a little bit different. We did have a special guest lined up, but for personal reasons, he was not able to make it. So we're going to take this opportunity to do a little something different, to really catch up with everyone I think January's been a funny month. It's always been a funny month. Everyone's back from leave, and if we can get DJ Rob to dial that volume down.
It's Friday.
Hey, Rob. I'm loving it. I will raise the roof for those funky beats. Let's do that.
But yeah, we want to catch up with everyone. Australia Day has come and gone, and it's been the same January as always. No one does anything. No one picks up the phone until Australia Day has happened. And then right afterwards, the phone is off the hook. So I'm sure you guys have the same experience where you're slammed. Keen to catch up with you guys. A lot has happened since the break. Personally, I guess quick intro on myself. I am the host of the Pioneers in Aged Care podcast, founder of Aged Care Recruitment Experts.
The man.
And Owen's got the same vibe as always bringing that energy. In this episode, Owen will be interviewing both myself and Rob about what we've been up to. And then Rob and I are going to grill Owen about what he's been up to, because he's building a few things, which he will reveal soon enough. But while I've got everyone's attention, I have 100 or so, not exaggerating, but I've got a lot of roles to fill. The hardest role in aged care advert is up. I've got about 5 of these roles around Australia, and it is called it's the hardest job in aged care, clinical nurse manager. Let me know if you agree or disagree. Anyone out there, if you think your role is hardest, whatever role that you've tried to recruit for, let me know what you think is the hardest. But right now I am looking for 5 or so clinical nurse managers around Australia, different names: clinical care managers, nurse managers. Let me know if you know someone good, regional and metro roles. Salaries around between the 130 to 140K plus super plus salary packaging. That would be awesome if you guys can reach out.
So tell us the price.
Not for profit. Is it salary packaged? What do we have?
That's right.
I mean,
I think we're in the wrong career. We should have got our nursing degrees.
Oh man, they're in hot demand. I can tell you.
They deserve it.
We cannot have enough nurses in Australia. I can tell you that. And
we're trying, but it's an effort. It's a struggle.
And I probably got to share something too as well about that. Like we have, I'll talk a little bit about the Belgrade branch of Miras. We actually have an office in Serbia for 10 years now. It's been time goes by fast. Yeah. So we have 9 clinicians there, and actually a great working relationship with the Australia Embassy. So we have the foreign ambassador who comes and visits our team and is really promoting all things aged care, and also highlighting where 2 wonderful countries, working in parallel to really support each other. Belgrade nurses supporting Australia and our skill shortages that we have with nursing and very specific roles that I know, many of the nurses out there are balancing, 2-3 roles at once. So really in a skill shortage country, we have to be innovative. And so the foreign ambassador and also the foreign trade minister, Penny Wong, we're very, we're closely together. So maybe we'll do a bit more of a special on that. Maybe we get the foreign ambassador on the show, and he can.
Love that. Let's
a global organization.
Bringing countries together. I love that. It's a good story. Weren't you saying, Rob, that your business or your Belgrade team is one of the very first Australian companies in Belgrade?
It was. We were the 3rd actually Australian company behind some other known brands like Tabcorp and others that had set up some of the offshore. But it really resonated and started with my background, shared services, as part of my financial effectiveness career and Big Four, and I started with setting up the Domain Principal Group in their back office systems, and that was my first foray into aged care when I was at PwC, so 2008, and I watched an industry flourish while the rest of the world got hit sideways by a little thing called the global financial crisis. But not aged care. We moved forward and progressed. Yeah. So that really was an eye opener for me. But I fell in love with the industry, setting up Opal, and now took a lot of experience and spent the next 2 years building an aged care practice at Whitewater. So before effectively actually taking a role at Anglican Retirement Villages back then. And in the 11th hour, I was approached by a mentor of mine to rethink really my life's plan, my work, because I found the industry, which was my mission when I joined PwC, coming from Chicago, the Windy City. And when I landed here, spent about 6 months with IBM, but which I came out from Chicago with. But I just felt, man, I need to learn more about the industries in Australia, because we're all speaking English. It's all culturally aligned, but man, we've got gridiron, we've got then AFL and rugby union, and then you're like, we've got V8s and we got NASCAR. So it was like nothing was like really transferable exactly. But I thought, let me do a little bit of consulting, and spent 6 years in it, but really to experience as many of the industries as I could, and I achieved what I wanted. Yeah, so that was my journey with Mirrors.
Just to interject, we've got 2 viewers on LinkedIn, 1 viewer on YouTube. Name yourselves, show yourselves. What did you get up to? What question have you got for us? What question have you got for the industry? Type it in below, or click that link. Jump on with us. We don't have a guest today, so you're the special guest today.
And the hot
talk about all things aged care. Just tell us about what you got up to over the holidays. What changes you've made? What have you guys been getting up to?
We love a good surprise guest. I'm waiting in anticipation. Please show yourselves. We're really excited about the friends of the show base, and I've got to say it's growing, isn't it? We're bumping into people that are going, we love what you guys are doing. We even had Petra. I want to give a shout out to Petra, if I may, Ant. Yes. She wrote us a lovely note last 2 weeks ago, I think it was, wasn't it? I was genuinely excited to come across all things aged care on LinkedIn. The honesty and real world focus really stood out. I work in complaints and dispute resolution and spend a lot of time inside services supporting staff and leaders with feedback, complaints, and early resolution. What you're building feels like a space where those frontline insights really belong. I'd love to stay connected and contribute where it's useful. Well, good news. We love where Petra's coming from, and we want to meet her in person. So hopefully she's either joining us next week or the week after, but shortly. So coming soon. And before we do that, and I know I'm going to answer the question around the holidays, but we should give a shout out to some of our friends of the show. I mean, without them, we don't have a community of purpose. So let's raise the roof for some pretty legendary people that have been on the journey with us. We're 20 episodes in, I believe. Is this 21, Ed?
I've lost count, but I think you're about right.
Right, about-ish. So Rob's our data guy, so he'll take that on notice, and we will have a validation on that shortly.
20.23 right now, because we're still in the...
That's right. He will take a decimal.
Yeah.
But we've got, so who are the people that we've loved? We've loved having Kim. Kim's pretty much on the show every other week, and we're going to raise the roof for Kim. Kim's one of our members of our community of purpose. We love Libby.
Libby.
Libby. And Libby's had some big life events. She recently got married. She's got a new job. Lots going on. So, Libby, you got to come in and tell us how that's all going.
Wow.
Kim's got to tell us how she's wrestling with Commonwealth support at home and all the weird and wonderful changes that come with it. And then, speaking of weird and wonderful changes, we've got Paul Sadler. He's always, creating a forum for everyone. We're raising the roof for Paul Sadler. And what he's doing with Inbox and the supported home community and the home care community. Valuable work. We want you to come in, Paul, and give us an update on all the different things that are happening there. And we cannot go past Mark Sewell and
Mark.
Nikki Stone, legends of the show. We respect the amazing work you're doing with the Health and Aged Care Task Force. And I know that you want to make that a model available to other regional communities. So if you're a regional community and you're looking at how you best bring together health and aged care collaboratively to unlock the bed block in your area, or better make home care or aged care better through collaboration. I know Mark Sewell and Nikki Sloan would love to hear from you, and we would love to hear from you too. There's so many more people. I mean, who else have we had on the journey, guys? Let's throw some.
Frank Price has come in a couple times with the
Frank
down in the Illawarra representing.
Yep.
Fun fact about Frank: he loves a game of ping pong. So I did invite him to that poker game that we're doing.
Yes,
that's not his thing. So I said if I do a Pioneers and Aged Care podcast ping pong tournament, he's down for that. Okay, so dust off your bats, and if you're around Frank, he's down for a rally.
Game on.
Yeah, he's also a good pizza. He likes a good wood fire pizza.
Good to know.
You built one by hand.
Hey guys,
I love alliteration. So if we did a segment, fun facts about Frank, I think that would take off.
Let's go.
Great segment.
We have a great photo with Frank Ant at the AA meeting that we attended, where there were. Yeah. I mean, what an irony. But the Aging Australia conference, for those who are playing at home who don't know, obviously it's the industry get together, and Frank was in his what do we call them? His cricket outfit with all his team, Royal Freemasons. They were all they had their they were dedicated. They had their zinc on, and we've got a photo to prove it, haven't we, Ant?
It's somewhere. It's floating around somewhere. Can't delete it from the internet now.
Well, in Glenda, we had Glenda, Anne. I mean, she
Glenda,
you can't have an AA meeting without Glenda. I mean, she brings it.
We need to get her on this.
Glenda, darling, if you're listening, we want you to come join us, darling.
Is it Glenda or Gwenda?
Gwenda. Oh, yes. Okay, so Gwenda. Apologies if we've invited a Glenda. We were thinking of a Gwenda. But Glenda's welcome.
I'm sad I missed that. That sounded like a great night you guys had there.
Gwenda, darling. Yes, it was, Rob. You really missed out.
I was always next year.
Ant and I, we have photos to prove this. We actually ended up breakdancing with the ray gun Gilgandra.
The Gil Gangsters.
Gangsters.
That's a good call out. Yeah, our Gil Gangster sisters. They were in
Donna Dobson. So we're shouting out to you, Donna, and the amazing team in Gilgandra, making aged care better. Where's our word of the week guy? Who am I talking about? Ben. Yes, Ben.
Yes.
Ben Happ. What's happening, Haps? We want you to come join us. Oh gosh, there's
we had Stephen Becci last week. We've had
Stephen was awesome. I mean, that's a game changer. What he's doing at Apollo to preserve the legacy, the objects, the impact of aged care in local communities. He doesn't change what they do. He just outsources the delivery of it to a great team that can really make a difference. So that is an amazing model. Watch this space. Where Apollo is going is only that way.
Just the beginning.
We got. Oh yeah, Marie Alford. Oh,
yes, Marie.
She'll kill me if she heard me say Alford again. Marie Alford.
The dementia campaigner. She's passionate about dementia action, isn't she? And the great work they do there at Hammond Care. We need to go through a list of all our previous.
I put it up now. But I'm going back from most recent to
so many good episodes.
Kevin McCreadon.
So much
I missed that one. You guys were chatting to Kevin McCreadon while I was.
I'll get an update on that. We've had some development over the break with Kevin, and also Tim Hicks from Bolton Clark from the policy and research teams. So we've come together to put a little bit of a thought piece. I think we're going to do it quarterly, but it's called Beyond the Data with Kevin's great work and a lot of his consumer and sentiment surveys that he He does annually. And then Tim Hicks with a lot of his insightful policy and other macro data points that he shares on mainly LinkedIn. So if you're not following Tim Hicks from Bolton Clark, follow Tim. And then our lovely head propellerhead data scientist at Mirrors, Tyler Fisher, another fellow American who will be running that show and bringing some real interesting insights, trends, movements, and thought-provoking commentary, I'm sure, from all of them. So watch that space. We're just in the process.
And Kevin was going to potentially prepare something for a few of our episodes where we can chew through some data and go through some insights and have a bit of a bite-sized appetizer that could then feed into that main show. We could take those questions of where you want your data and your insights and how we transform the value of that. Rob would love to take your questions to take that to the Data Brains Trust, Rob.
The Data Brains Trust,
Beyond the data. I love it.
Mm-hmm. And we had Dane Mitchell before, prior to that, and he talked about allied health, talked about having Stuart Brown on his podcast, his Time Well Spent podcast. I was very jealous that he got Stuart Hutchin from Stuart Brown to get on the podcast because I've been chasing him and he's been snubbing me. So Stuart, if you hear this is a call out.
Right, it is a call out. Rob, do you?
We got to get Stuart.
You know Stuart.
We'll reach out to Stuart. Let's get Stuart on. He's got some great insight as well that we'll certainly take.
Yeah, another one of my favorite episodes. Adam Roebuck. He talked about something I had no idea about. Talking about building and beds and the process there. So
Adam, yes.
Adam Roebuck.
Raise the roof for Adam. We love Adam. That was great.
So important. Yeah.
And he does it with so much heart. I thought he brings a big heart to construction that you don't always hear, but Adam brings it, that well-being focus in building.
Well, I also had
from Mercy Care that you guys work with.
That's right. Yeah, great work.
She was from Mercy Care. She's moved on now to Catholic Homes, I believe. Do you work with Catholic Homes?
Yes, and our good friends over in WA. I've got to get another trip out there. Now that you left Ant, there's a big gap. We've got to fill the void over there and give WA our love.
Don't tell my competitors. There's no gap there.
How are the people of Perth surviving without the ant factor in their lives? And what's it like on the sunny coast? And we've got to jump into that at some point. But do you want to keep going through our episodes?
Yeah. Prior to that was David Moran, the CEO of Southern Cross Care.
Yes.
David. Adelaide. That's when we did the video. We showcased that Flora Peninsula video.
That was awesome.
Great innovation. That was that was like your Cannes moment, your video release.
That piece de resistance.
You're Italian. And we're like, wow, he can do post-production. Amazing. Ant, what can you do now?
What can't he do? Exactly. I reckon Netflix. Did Netflix call you after that, Ed, and say
I am fielding some calls. Don't want to big note myself. Netflix,
your people,
Binge, Hulu.
Their people.
Yeah, talk to the agent.
No, honestly, big props to my wife. I even a few days ago, I was just like looking back at the process and saying to my wife, "I'm so damn proud of you," because she put it all together. It was just an idea I had that would be pretty cool. And once the idea came out and all the work that we had to do to get it done, I can't believe we did it. I don't know if I want to do it again because it was a bit much. But I do want to do it again because it was so fun. It was so cool.
It
was a lot. yeah. She's only popping out a third.
We're going to raise the roof for Steph. We're also going to call out, because Ant can't do it, he'd be in trouble. But we're going to call out, Steph, that we'd love to see the face, the woman behind the man that makes the man who he is. Steph, we are going to do a non-intrusive flyby visitation.
And who else is there? We wow! It's nice to reflect. Craig Carter, that's right.
Yes.
Yep. He's been on a few shows now. He's been on a few podcasts. So
he was doing the technology integration and disruption. Is that right, Craig Carter?
Yeah, it's a CIO at ACH.
Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
And Ant, what about our friends Rose Platter and fellow podcasters now in the
Right.
market?
Yes. Distinguished peers.
Distinguished peers of the Painter Dixon, or just painters now, isn't it? I think we dropped the
Rose,
Dixon.
Rose played.
Yeah, Rose.
Yeah, Rose
Yes.
and so we should do something with them. Maybe we do an all-in where we all get in there.
With Dane Mitchell and Rose Plater do a podcast crossover episode.
Yeah.
Well,
where worlds collide. I love it. Let's do it.
Hey, intruder alert! Intruder alert! Catch her off guard.
How are you, kid? Yeah, I love that.
It's because we starved for attention. We've got no one else joining us, so I just zoomed you right on stage. No,
we're about to talk about ourselves, so like we need to talk about you, Kim.
This is a flashback episode where we're going through, all those shows that have no material. They always use content from the previous episode, so that's what we're doing.
Yep, and now we're doing shamelessly.
Yeah, so if you want to jump in with your thoughts on these episodes, now we're up to Ruben Jacob, the CEO of Aria.
Ruben at Aria, the team at Aria. Amazing work they're doing with the whole aged care sector around translating technology into outcomes.
We've got some big plans for us, and as we launch Mirrors Plus, actually, in the beginning of March ahead of the Leaders Summit. So Aria and the great work they do and integrating tech with the sector, implementing. We looking forward to working with Ruben.
Mm-hmm. Their leadership program, the Lift Leadership program that Aria put on, I did that. It was really good.
And what was it like, and what sort of things did you cover?
I think it was focused on navigating and implementing change and innovation, which obviously is very important for all of us in the sector right now. But it was really pitched at sort of managers, probably mid to senior managers across different size organisations. It was good. A lot of people to learn from, a lot of group discussions and things.
Kim, what would you like to see more of out there, from providers? Because we've been putting attention to this through our Mirrors Academy, but looking at it more as a masterclass, as a way that we can use a bit more of our go-to-market, but really bring in specialists, quality consultants, leadership consultants, teachers, mentors, to really focus on those core skills, gaps, everything that the sector wants. But what from your patch of the world, what do you see as needed?
So in terms of training, you're talking about for managers? Training,
or like a masterclass, or specific focused, if there was maybe half day or even a couple hour, or maybe it's a 3-part segment on very specific areas of aspects of the operations, compliance, whatever it may be, working with families, consumers.
If you're looking at sort of small and medium providers, you've got to, in the not-for-profit space, I think you've got to look at where we came from. And, we were all just very well-meaning people who were good at caring for people. And, we had government money coming in, and it was all pretty easy. It wasn't sort of big business that we were managing. But the skills we need these days in terms of our financial literacy, risk management, all of those sort of things. I'm not saying they're lacking, but I think if there's an area of need across the organisation, it's probably bringing us up to understand our governance requirements as leaders and managers in the organisation. Because under the Act, there's serious penalties attached to
Absolutely.
that.
Yeah. Governance directorship today is a different ballgame, and it's and it's one that I know our lovely Susie Staples is now doing a lot of direct consulting on that. So maybe that will be a good bridge there.
Susie Staples, Susie.
Hey, I'm gonna cut the serious talk here because we're still going through our list. So we'll serious chatter later. Coming down. I need
to get
us
through that list.
My OCD is killing me. We need to get through. Once I've started the process, I need to finish it.
What are we up to? What are we up to?
It's
We
a
are
safe
up to
place,
an
Sam.
AI.
You can
AI,
tell us.
yes.
Oh,
An
that must
AI
have been
dedicated episode. AI
George
dedicated
Marcellus.
episode with no. This
Oh,
is with
sorry, George.
James Matthias and Geordie Fung.
Oh,
part
yes.
of that
Yes,
was
Geordie
you
and
guys, your
James.
mates.
Yes.
Yep, raise the
The
roof for Geordie.
Sivian.
Love Geordie. He's a young upstart. He's amazing passion for harnessing the power of AI to level the playing field for regional and smaller family operators that really need that next level of input. But then the big guys have seen what he's doing and he's getting the attention of them. He's had some recent posts about working with some bigger organisations as well. So well done, Geordie. And who was the other?
James Matthias and the
James.
Sivian team. Yeah. So focused on some really interesting projects. Whitting Group up at Lino, a number of the providers. They're really moving and shaking. Actually, it would be a good follow-up to show and tell some more of the projects out there across the sector. Some big technology projects happening.
Raising the roof.
Just share that.
We love James. Come on back, James.
We've already mentioned Mark Thor, Nikki Sloan, and Ben Happ. So the one prior to that was La Stacey Baramy.
Oh,
The Stacey, yes.
She just moved on from being.
That's right. Where did she? Where did she move to?
One Heart. It's like a nurse advisory, nursing and aged care advisory. Is that right?
Okay.
She started her own business, which is
it's her own business. It's called One Heart, I think.
One Heart.
It's got a heart in it. I know that. And how could you not have a heart with La Stacey?
Yeah.
I love the thumbnail.
It's called, if I may, One Heart Group.
That's it.
So One Heart Group, and
Good
what
night.
they do, we'll give a shout out for La Stacey because we love seeing new businesses that care about making aged care better. They provide aged care support services, quality compliance, risk management, short-term relief roles, board.
Right to Kim's points.
Yes. So you are definitely peers in arms there, Kim. Maybe you can give a shout out or reach out to La Stacey.
I think I'm connected with her on LinkedIn. I met her. I think I jumped on when she was doing a session with you guys.
Yes, you did.
Nice lady, smart lady.
So we mentioned Paul Sadler, but prior to that
Paul
was Phil Magny, COO.
Oh, yes.
Bupa.
That's right.
Phil was great. He was all about culture and team building and getting that right. I remember.
Having a crack.
Having a cracked. A bit of military background from memory.
Yeah,
right?
it was.
You could see that show in operations. Focus on process, right? Right, Ian?
Yep.
Considering the process, is that
I think
all?
he was more about
get us through all of it?
key, Rob. He was sort of saying, if you get the culture right and the toolbox, remember he talked about his morning toolbox talks and getting the team together, I think. Yeah.
Yes,
So we might need to have a comeback with so many great guests that shared so much gold. This is a call out to all of you. Please drop by. Tell us what you're doing and how you're making aged care better this year.
Well, I've got some exciting news too.
Ant's got OCD twitching.
Yeah. Don't jump in with a different topic right now. We've got three.
Keep going.
Right, keep going again.
Aged Care Employee Day. How good was the Aged Care?
Oh, yes.
Praise the roof. That was epic. Yes.
I feel like we need clips of these highlights.
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember, in aged care, heroes wear name badges.
That's it.
Yes. That's such a good memory.
Not capes.
That was awesome. That was a great. We shouted out to the whole industry, and man, that was a packed show, wasn't it?
Yep.
We had the green room pumping. I remember that one.
Justin Dover. Prior to that.
Yes, Justin. The amazing what he's doing with Alino. You've done some amazing work with Justin, Rob. You and your team.
And that's right, Justin. Yeah, that was a great session as well. If another one to watch. We'll come back to and get an update because I know a lot of the work Lucivian's doing in there as well. A good one to
And
revisit.
what he's doing with PACE to alleviate the back office challenges for aged care operators. And so a shout out to the good people at PACE that are making life better for all the operators that really want to focus on delivering care.
Yep.
Which is brilliant.
And Catherine Stoddart.
Yes.
That's right,
Very
Catherine
first
Stoddart.
Oh,
Very
wow.
first guest.
Way back. Wow. How's Catherine
So
doing?
that's
We
6
need
months.
Catherine to come back too.
6 months already. Wow. Well,
Wow.
finding her feet under there. So I mean, that would be interesting to check in on some of these new executives as well as they move into those roles and even on to new businesses like Liz Stacy and see how that transition's going.
Yes, absolutely. We need to do that. We need to have that continuity. Then you're not a one-off with all things aged care. You're part of our community of purpose. It's growing. We're mobilising, and we're mobilising around real issues. How about last week? We talked about the possibility of the inclusion of telehealth.
That's right.
Whether or not telehealth would contribute to care minutes, or whether or not telehealth could be used to mobilise resources that are really needed that aren't readily available in regional areas, i.e. a good GP, a specialist. They're available in the city. They could dial in and they could have an impact if we could have telehealth made more available. So maybe there's something in that. We even talked about the possibility of a change.org petition for telehealth. Who would be interested in that? Let us know if you're tuning in right now. Don't be shy. Everybody is welcome. We want to hear your voice.
What are we going to do when the Atlas robots are here with language models in their heads and doing direct care activities? We're going to have to start thinking about that now. Through telehealth first. And that's the steps, but it's coming.
It's a good angle.
It's coming.
Yeah. The robot revolution is coming.
The
How are
robot.
we going to stem the tide, or how are we going to ensure that the importance of care remains forefront? I mean, how do we do that, Kim? Have you got some thoughts?
Well, there's robots already out in aged care. Have you seen them, Kim? They're more of.
No, we haven't seen any. We don't have robots in Townsville, so.
Robot free zone currently.
I think, I think the technological advances certainly in regional areas are going to go more into to back office support rather than in direct care. I think we're still going to need people on the ground delivering those services, but certainly supported by telehealth for people who can't access those specialist services and even regular GP services. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
But no, I can't see robots replacing what our care staff do. You know, when the social interaction is probably one of the most important components of what they do. So I'd be very reluctant to replace that.
What
It's
would you say
interesting.
right now, Kim? You're in a regional area. You're in Townsville, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much of an impact if telehealth was available as part of the care offering right now? What would be the demand for it? Just to sort of give a practical kind of validation for the need right now.
Yeah, I mean, Townsville's a big centre. It's a big regional centre, so we have access to doctors and specialists quite easily here. But we have offices in the Burdekin and Hinchinbrook, and some of the clients that we have are in MMM6, I think. Yeah. So certainly, where you're looking at clients who have to get transport, an hour and a half or whatever to see a doctor or to see a specialist, I think that would certainly support use of their budget and things that, that's going to get frittered away with transport costs rather than, one-on-one services in the home. So. Yeah.
So regional Queensland and anywhere regional Australia where there's less of those resources available.
Yeah. It would be interesting. Sorry.
There was an ABC segment on it was chatbots, the AI chatbots to address loneliness, and it had a number of both men and women that rely on that interaction to deal with isolation and loneliness and have conversations, and
Yeah.
it was a real interesting little segment. But it's got some traction. There's more research papers coming online about that, which is quite interesting.
There's a group in
look what's happening here.
Just getting ready to transition to the next part of the convo. So I was
sorry, Kim, please.
There's a group in Cairns, and I can't think of what their name is off the top of my head, but they provide online social support and group social support to CHSP clients.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it's fascinating the way they're doing it. They actually have interest groups, so they get together clients from all over Australia who have similar interests, and they have online activities, online discussions. So exactly what we're doing at the moment, and that's contributing a lot to the social interaction of clients. So that sort of thing is perfect for people who are isolated and perhaps can't get to a centre.
Indeed.
The name, Anthony, if I think of it, I'll look it up and I'll send it to you. She'd be a fascinating guest to have on.
Can you share that too on our LinkedIn? Because we engage with her there. And because we want to have these active conversations. We want to create a community that's engaging and not just behind the scenes in emails, but we'd love to have her on.
Yeah, no, she's very dynamic, innovative, great speaker. I've been on a couple of webinars that she's
Who does she work for?
I can't remember the name of the company. They're Cairns based. So, but look, I'll check it out and I'll let you know, and I'll give you the links and everything.
It sounds good. All right, Owen. For those who don't know, although I do introduce both Rob and Owen at the start of every episode, but still trying to figure out what you actually do. What do you do, Owen, besides being a host of this platform and vibes? What do you do? And what are you doing here with Should?
Well, it's on a need-to-know basis, Sam.
I tell you, I have to kill you.
I love connecting people. For those who don't know me, that's pretty much my passion in life. I love connecting people. Hence, I'm just connecting someone multitasking while I was talking. But I love to hear people's stories, where they've come from, where they're at now, what's their passion, and how I can help them unlock that. So Mission Critical is a strategic advisory kind of firm where we sit down with founders. We talk about where they want to be in 5 years, and who they need in terms of the people, the resources, the products, the services, the capabilities to make that happen. And then I sort of go away and connect them with those possibilities. I've been quite fortunate that if you've read Aging Agenda, in ITAC in March of last year, I had the amazing privilege of announcing the partnership between Peter Staples as the original Aged Care Minister of Australia and the founder of Manad, one of the very first, we'll raise the roof of Peter Staples, the guy that literally got the tap on the shoulder from Bob Hawke to bring about an aged care industry. What would that look like? And he literally wrote the book on aged care. Rob and I had to get out our white gloves, and we actually got to hold the actual original handbook for aged care, which was pretty cool. And the mission for Peter was, he was already in his 70s, a gentleman of mature ilk, and he needed to consider his succession options. How do I continue the good work of Manad? How do I look after my 160 aged care operators all across largely Victoria, but also Adelaide and New South Wales, and there's, I think, Tasmania too, isn't it, Rob? There's an amazing footprint. But we want to honour Ruth and Peter Staples, his dearly departed wife, for that amazing legacy. They ran a 150-bed aged care facility together. Then they saw some patents and reverse engineered a software solution, which has become an industry standard. It's worked with some of the amazing, some of the largest operators in aged care have used and helped co-develop what is a monolithic code base. Rob, you've gone deep on that.
It's about 2 million lines of code. It's a lot. It's the most comprehensive.
And it literally runs big operators like a TLC, or it's incredible what Peter and his team achieved. And then you've got Ben Sturzica. We've got to have Ben on the show, Rob.
That's a good point, man.
That is a great story. Ben literally came out of school or out of uni, straight into his first job with Peter Staples 20 years ago and never left. He just stayed there, and he grew the software platform with Peter. So it's an amazing story, not common, 20 years of serving in one software company. And he was Peter's right-hand man to deliver that amazing product. And what I loved about meeting Peter and Ben, and this is what I do, when I heard that story, they literally have a team that call their clients every 2 months to say, are you abreast of all the latest regulatory and industry changes? And here's our technology fix to support you so you can navigate those changes, which I just think is exceptional. That old school, real deep and committed customer service model, and more than customer service. You joined the Manad family, and now it's the Mirus Australia family, and you got Mirus Plus, which is also really exciting because that's a lot of hard work by a lot of really talented, caring people, Rob. But you're about to launch that next chapter of what Mirus and Manad have been up to.
It's it's going to be ITAC. It's going to be Leaders Summit. It's going to be all over the websites, full circle. But the next generation of healthcare ERP platform, everything from building and asset management, finance, bringing done on principles that our industry needs, such as returning time to care in every shape and form that we can think about it. And that goes through how we use our partners, how we use even hardware to collect data and data points that historically would be done through Bristol charts and observations, where now these items and sensors and data points can be captured in many more unique ways. There's also elements of working with some of the best-in-class partners to bring more API and less double handling. So BestMed is strong medication management one. So a lot of Sears reporting and sharing information up and down because they want to know more about what happened with an event, where there was a Sears reported and vice versa. So we can do better in working with those partners across it. And then also ultimately, lowering the cost of ownership, the cost of, the vendor, ecosystems that we seem to be, getting flooded with now, as our market becomes big business brings big private equity, and big private equity brings changing costs and services, and sometimes the dynamic of how these historical systems we've known change, and sometimes that change is for the good. Sometimes it takes, I guess, the X factor out that you love about that application and team, because with capital comes pressure. And so we're very much committed to continuing to remain a sovereign and stick with Ruth and Peter's vision, and really being the one ecosystem for complete human service operations. So watch this space.
It's so exciting that you're continuing an Australian legacy. I think it's a really important point, what you're saying there, Rob, about the stewardship of Australian owned and made and Australian sovereignty, because we do see, my background being asking me what I do. I've been working in mergers and acquisitions for the past 17 years. And what is mergers and acquisitions, you say? It's commonly known as M&A, or buying and selling of businesses, and helping them evaluate their strategic options around expansion. So you're not buying, you're not selling, you're just evaluating your strategic options around expansion. And I now have the good fortune of getting to know Rob, and I identified Rob and Mirus as a visionary who's always watching the horizon in terms of trying to marry up where the implications are with technology, and then guide the aged care operators through what is a labyrinth of choices. So I'm really excited about that. And there's even more people joining the team, which Rob and I will be able to talk about in the near future. But we've met some amazing people that care about technology making a difference. So M&A for me is very, it's fascinating because you have this rare privilege of sitting down with the owners of organisations and shareholders and the CEO and executive teams and boards around how they see the future over the next 5 years. And then how do you bring in the right products, capabilities, skills, people, the right capital partners with aligned vision and values. So it's a really exciting space. I feel privileged to be in. It's about 40,000 cold calls, I would say, over 17 years.
Just a couple.
Worked on about 100 transactions, and you learn a lot of how to and how not to. So if you're out there and you want the benefit of someone who's learned a lot of how to and how not to do mergers and acquisitions, love to talk to you in the health and aged care space, and particularly where technology can transform organisations and quality of life for people, which is a nice segue, Ant, to Steward and why we created Steward. Steward is a labour of love. I have a co-founder in Steward called Hinky Widjaja, and Hinky is an amazing guy who has always been involved with technology. He loves the power of technology to solve problems. He's a very humble guy. He won't talk about himself unless you drag it out of him. And he's got some great stories to tell around solving really big problems for government and for industry.
He's a solution man, isn't he?
He's a solutions man. And we love an ideas man, but we love a solutions man. And so Hinky and I got together around this problem. And Kim, I'd be interested in your insights because it's always good to hear from people who are hearing about it for the first time. But the idea with Steward is as we become more connected online, we potentially and sadly become more disconnected in real life. So how do we bridge that delta? So one idea was, what if we could connect with people? How do we connect with people that feel disconnected? Is it because they're aging and they've got less energy to engage with the community? Is it because they're feeling a bit down on themselves? We all have our seasons in life where there's challenges. And so the idea was, say, I don't know if you're a fan of any particular sporting team, Kim?
No, not really. No, I don't follow big sports. More individual sports for me.
So say, for example, and I love individual sports too. How about the tennis at the moment? I mean, that's a great, or golf. Rob will talk to you about golf.
The Olympics starting soon.
To play golf with Rob is an experience, which we will talk about. Who has a roadworthy golf cart that goes up for starters? I mean, that's just very cool. But what I did want to say is, Kim, if you're at a barbecue and you saw someone, assuming you were a Broncos fan, for example, being in Queensland, and you saw someone with a Broncos jersey, that's an immediate opportunity for you to have a place of common ground. There could be a bunch of people sitting on the edge. Who's here? Who am I going to talk to? The moment you see a jersey, you've got an in. You can go talk to that person about the game, and then where you're from, and the conversation flows. But it's just that initial connection. So what we've decided to do with Steward is invite, and we'd love to have your community involved, maybe, Kim, is the idea is you fill out a questionnaire. Tell us a bit about yourself. What are your hobbies, your passions, your interests? And then we get other people in the community to do the same. And then what we want to do is match them up that they might connect in real life. Grab a coffee, play a bit of tennis, do some mahjong, whatever, a pottery class, whatever is their thing. That's the idea of Steward. So Rob, Ant's got a short video to play, which just gives you a sense of what we're trying to achieve that might tug on the heartstrings a little.
And before I click play, is it like a Tinder for friends?
That's what I was.
I wasn't going there, but you guessed, Ant. Yes, yeah. It's a bit more PG than that, Ant. But yes, You've just made me realise there are other implications for Stuart.
All right. We'll keep it PG.
So and we're building a community of purpose. Rob and I love that phrase. We all love it, Ant, don't we? Here it is.
I'll put the sound on.
More connected online, but more disconnected in real life. Overwhelmed, isolated, unsure where to turn to for help. But what if someone could come alongside? Stuart, for emotional, practical. Help us help you find your people for a relational, emotional, practical, financial, and home well-being. Whether it's a simple word of inspiration or a song that uplifts your spirit, why not try our AI-powered chat for community, wellness, faith, and belonging? Discover the heart behind building a virtual village. Whether you're in retirement, aged care, disability, or you need help with your property, your maintenance, your finances, your estate planning, we connect you with people that can help you. Matched with volunteers and community organisations and trusted providers to help you where you need it most. From isolation to community, from burden to peace. Faithful with what matters most. Join our growing community of purpose. Connect, belong, thrive in your community. So I did a voiceover, but it wasn't playing.
For those who don't know, Owen is a professional voiceover artist, so that's why it did sound professional when he did it just then.
So if you attended the Sydney Superdome, for example, in the early 2000s, you would have heard, "Ladies and gentlemen, please make your way into the main arena, for the show is about to start."
We've got a lot of talent here. Well, Volk's coming next Monday, so Owen, there you go. Well,
we got 8 minutes. You want to go through this?
10 years of sharing data, and I think 10 years ago, Ant, I'm not sure how old you would have been or what you've been doing, but I probably look a lot younger in this clip of really the origins of Mirus industry analysis. Oh, sorry, I was jumping to the other one.
Which one are we showing? Oh, sorry.
I'll just jump. There we go. Look at old young Roberto. Oh my goodness!
Business right there.
Look at that, and that's our. So this is a 1 minute blooper reel on a bit of a rerun of some of the history. This is in 2018, so it'll give you a sense of now a decade old content, Ant, on the internet. So. Can you say I'm the original gangster on bringing content to the medium? I don't know, but we'll have a little watch, and you'll see a couple of family members in here as we go along.
Looking very sharp there, Rob.
And this is my this is our marketing manager, the lovely Amanda Terranova from the Aged Care channel, who is now down in Tasmania doing some great things outside of aged care, but we always try to bring her back into the fold. Now, I am trying to play this. Ant, can you help? Or you?
Shout out to Amanda.
I don't think
is it Amanda doubling up as a dentist, Rob? Because we can't see her face.
Oh, here we go.
First of all, what went through my mind is how stupid am I to actually volunteer for this?
Let's do it from the beginning. All right, so we should take it from where it's a not-for-profit. Any thuds if I twist the neck? Oh. Continue the conversation with us. No. Because each study was into
Steve Carell right here, Rob.
You sure?
The Anchorman.
What's the point of it? Agency care. Wait, you pick that up? Yeah. There's your mic.
Hey.
Get upright. Where it also.
It was unbelievably
And
painful.
lastly, you made.
Oh, the joys, the
Love
joy
it, Rob.
of being on it. So little shots of the little guys and some of their dogs. And actually, that day, my wife had some appendix concerns, so she had to go to the hospital. And I was filming that day, and you know what the film crews are like, yeah. When you got them booked in, they're booked in. So I had to bring the kids, the dogs, everything to the office with the teams, and it was.
I don't know if we've got time to do this justice, Rob. So do we want to cover this another time, because we've got 5 minutes left?
Let's cover it another time. Yeah, let's do it properly.
Why don't we have Mark and Nikki, Rob, come in, because Obi is all about the bed block, solving the bed block problem, isn't it? You know, like to have their
Solving a bed block.
Yeah. So anyone who's passionate about unlocking the bed block, we're going to do a show around Obi and how it can help solve that
That'd be
problem.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm curious, Owen, with your with the steward, how do you protect people online?
It's a very good question, Kim. What we do is we're looking at what are the best practices around how we do that. So Henke is very knowledgeable. He was actually involved with the state government on the speed camera campaign. Not a great thing to mention at barbecues, but that transposing of identity and protection of identity and personal information online. That's an area that he's got a real expertise in. So I'm very confident that whatever he's doing is there. But so what I'll do is I'll take that on notice and I will mention it in next week's episode.
Because I think it's an excellent idea of connecting people, but you're arguably connecting a whole lot of vulnerable people, which could leave them as a target.
Would you be open to us trialing maybe something, Kim, where we can address your concerns, and if we can, around security, perhaps do something in the beautiful town of Townsville?
I'd be happy to talk to you. Yeah, you've got my number and stuff. So
yes, I'd love to talk further, because obviously anything we as we learn and grow, we can share that with our community of purpose. That are also, the way the platform works is there's no fee to join. And when we connect people with providers, so it might be a physio or a PT or a health coach, or it might be someone who helps mow their lawn or do their gardening, or it might be someone who helps with their financial planning, whatever that is, they're all vetted providers. We make a small clip on that transaction, which everyone agrees to, and that's what funds the platform.
Yeah. And, Support at Home cannot be everything, all things to all people. So platforms like that can support the government programs, I think, are essential as we go forward if we want to keep people home and out of hospital and residential care.
Yes, and connecting in community. That's the real heart of it. We start online, which is less intimidating to walk up to someone in the street that you don't know. There's all sorts of, what's on their mind, what's on your mind, is this appropriate, etc. But online, you've volunteered, you've shared your hobbies, your passions, your interests, and you're going in with some familiar common ground that you can engage on. And then that leads to the, I'd love to see people connecting in Townsville at the local park or in the cafes. It's a very safe first meeting. It might even be a preferred venue that you have, say, for example, for your clients, Kim, where they know the proprietor, they know the other. It's like Cheers, except it's not. Maybe there's not alcohol, but everyone knows their name.
Yeah, and as the aging demographic changes and people are becoming more computer literate, you'll probably find a lot more of that is acceptable to people.
And maybe we could even do short courses around how to help people set up profiles, because it's helping them.
All right.
So
Sounds like a
yes,
good
that
time
is
to
the idea.
say
Let's
goodbye.
empower the home care guys. So Kim, is there anything else you'd like to leave people with in terms of a thought for the week?
No. Look, there's a lot of thoughts about sport at home and the act and the
Tennis. We love the
having-
tennis.
There's not enough time to talk about it, but yeah, you know, it's the year is underway and we're facing the same challenges, but we're getting there.
Yes.
Yeah,
Let's
one-
go. We're all in it together. You're not alone, Kim. And
Yeah.
as we say on all things, all for one and one for all, things
Things
aged care.
aged care. Right. See you guys.
There you go.
Raise the roof.